Slandering their anti-slave trade SAG professional full-time 20-year agency contract job is a federal crime. You, my dear, would be sued for 20 years if you lied they didn't have a job while they worked for slave trade because you didn't pay a direct deposit for 20 years, being LA-based, New York-based, bi-coastal international for 7 years, and then LA-New York-based since 2007. God showed you grace and mercy, and that's why they're alive, which is why you are alive. And so, they survived 7 years by booking jobs out of 140,000 people. And Brittany managed to be paid with it coming out of her checks to be able to pay for the model's apartment. But it's an injustice because they would have the $550 for their own. Since 2007, it's 20 agency contracts, which means the highest paid on-camera talent rejecting slave trade brands. It's been a roster of the talent because the companies didn't pay them. And that happened since 2007 because they do 4 years of acting classes or 4 years of on-camera experience. And after that, they have to stop because they're the top percentage, never compared to doing more manual labor. You are a Nazi if you believe in more manual labor. But it's also a boundary and a constitutional right where they have the right to have a restraining order from any slave trade brand employee, or anyone who's an accomplice with a brothel proceeding to criticize their calling, standing up for constitutional rights. So they have the right to a restraining order from anybody who is saying that they would not be paid or who neglects to pay them, threatening them by slave trade. You, my dear, exploited their business, and you wouldn't even know of a Christian. You've never met a Christian.